Welcome back to the Bruce Williams channel. Let me show you what I'm wearing today. This is an Oris. This is the Aquis in the 41.5 millimeter size with the in-house movement. And I like it for a few reasons, but one, it's just beautiful. It's a great design and it looks a little bit more teal in person than here in the video. But today I want to talk about another colorful diver from Oris. And I will say, I might sound a little bit biased and a little bit rude, as silly as that sounds. I really enjoy Oris as a brand. I just find it cool that they're still independently owned and operated, and that's very uncommon these days with watch brands. And I like the fact that they do a mix of retro designs, of contemporary designs, in-house stuff like this Aquis, E-Bosches, Solita movements, and some of their other releases. I like what they're doing. Now, here's where it might sound a little bit rude. We're talking about the Diver 65 cotton candy release in bronze in 38 millimeter. And honestly, I look at this watch, I really love some elements and I don't love other elements. In fact, I think it's almost a trifecta of divisive elements that makes this watch just not carry the broad mass appeal that, say, the Aquis does, or the Big Crown Pointer date. And what do I mean by that? Well, one, it's 38 millimeters. It's a unisex watch. It's smaller than you would imagine, because most dive watches these days, they're 40 at the minimum, 42, 44. It's not uncommon to see 46. We even see 48 from Oris, the brand, when it comes to some of their diver releases. So it's smaller, it's bronze, so it's going to get some discolorization, some natural patina as you wear, as it ages. And then some people, including myself, are allergic to bronze. And so I can't do this watch personally. So it's a little bit limiting in the metal aspect. And then lastly, it's a bold pastel color. It's blue. It's more turquoise than it is blue, a little bit more baby blue, I think. And it really looks good. In fact, I look at this and as I'm getting wrist rolls and just shots here for the video, I try to go just before the sun comes down. So I'm getting some more reds and yellows from the sun lower in the horizon, soft shadow. And I tell you what, this thing really just sang. It looks so good under the lens. So if you're into you're into photography, if you like posting money shots on Instagram or on just various watch forums and whatnot groups, this watch has a lot going for it naturally. It's just very photogenic. Now, here's where I also might sound a little rude. I don't think this watch carries great value for money. And what do I mean by that? Well, us watch enthusiasts, we have a laundry list of items. We're always searching for a watch that carries all of the items. And if a brand wants to charge this much, we only want to pay this much. Like, we want the value. We want to get a steal of a deal. And I look at this. We have a base grade Solita. It's not particularly well regulated. We don't have the best bezel action. We have rather poor Loom in low light situations. And, considering the retail price of over $2,000, it just doesn't seem like it carries the value punch that a lot of us search for. And so for those reasons, I don't think this watch is just meant for the masses. And it's not meant for the diehard watch enthusiast that's maybe a little bit newer into the game that really values the bang for buck aspect. It's a little bit of a niche release that maybe attracts a certain type of watch collector. It attracts me. I like the bold color. I like the light play. I love the dome of the dial. I love that bubble sapphire crystal. I like the elements here found throughout the watch. In fact, it was a little bit surprising as I spent time with this. I was impressed with the 38 millimeter size. It's not too diminutive. It's not too dainty. In fact, having experience with this smaller, more traditional size, it makes the 42 millimeter Diver 65 seem almost too big, a little bit out of proportion. And because I think it's a retro design, it's more fitting at the 40 millimeter or the 38 millimeter size. And so I will say, if you have larger wrists, I'm not turned away. I really am not. And I'm a bigger guy. I have a larger frame. I have 7.25 inch wrists. And I would definitely buy this watch if I wasn't allergic to bronze. So Oris, if you're I guess, ever watching this video, if you were to release this in stainless steel with these lovely color, bold colors, pastel colors, cotton candy colors, I would be a buyer. I love this turquoise. I really love the pink. I would rock that pink in rotation. And so I think, kind of getting back to my point, the longer you're in this hobby as a watch collector, the less you seem to care about value for money. You already have watches that have great value for money. You already have daily drivers. You want the variety. You want the versatility. You want watches that are a little bit off the beaten path. And this certainly qualifies as a watch a little bit off the beaten path. And it kind of reminds me of the slogan of Oris, which is go your own way. And I respect this brand even more than I already do because, I look at this and they're going bronze. They're going with not great value for money from a watch enthusiast aspect. They're going with a bold color and they're going with a smaller unisex size. That's a gutsy release. And I've got to give them props for doing that. It makes me appreciate the brand even more. We don't want the same usual suspects to come out with very similar watches with similar specs at a similar price. That would be very cookie cutter. It would be very boring. And so I like releases like this, even though this one isn't personally for me with the material being bronze. I did have some experience with the Bico, I think 2 years ago when it first came out. I thought it was beautiful. And I bought it and I realized if I wore it for more than 10 hours straight, my wrist would start to turn green. And I recognized I just have sensitive skin. So I had to flip out of it sooner than I would have liked. And so this one I know is a no-go, but please, Oris, make this in stainless steel or titanium. Actually, I think titanium, the darker hue with the lighter pastel color, that would be money. I would definitely buy that. And I wouldn't be turned away by the pour loom or the Solita movement or the bezel action. Again, I think some watches are just really strong in design, in DNA, in essence. And I think the Diver 65 really carries that kind of magic that a lot of us search for as watch enthusiasts. So I'm going to leave it here, guys. Let me know if you have any specific questions about this new release, about Oris. If you're looking for an Oris, I'm going to give you my AD contact. I've been working with this AD for, I think, 2 years now, and they're great. Great customer service, very good discounts. All of that's in the description. Thank you again for watching today, guys. I know it's a little bit unorthodox of a presentation, but I hope you found it helpful and informative. And have a great day. See you next time.